We've got another fertility question here. So the question is, how does one know if fertility is low? And what habits will help reverse the impact of stress on fertility? So really good that this person knows there's an impact of stress on fertility. What does stress do for fertility? Ultimately, when someone is really stressed, there's a change in that milieu of hormones that we've been talking about. So there's an increase in cortisol and there's an alteration in hormones. And stress can actually, through the orchestra of hormonal impact, reduce ovulation. It can actually create irregular menstrual cycles. And if there's no ovulation, then there's no chance of pregnancy, obviously. So how do you reduce stress? This is the really million-dollar question because the world is stressed. Stress is currently a global epidemic. And so how do we manage stress? I would say that that would be another question to unpack, but just in a nutshell, I recommend that people find ways to bring their body back to a regulated state. So being in nature, yoga, meditation. We have many meditation apps and options, and that's going to bring cortisol down, increase dopamine, increase serotonin, and all the physiologic changes that we need to happen in order for our body to be functioning physiologically at its optimum state. And the first part of the question is, how do I know if my fertility is low? Well, if you see a fertility specialist or even an OBGYN who has a subspecialty or an interest in this area, you can have some hormones tested. And that would include an FSH, which is the hormone from your brain that tells your ovaries to ovulate, and AMH or anti-Müllerian hormone, which is a hormone from the ovary itself, which gives us an idea of how responsive the ovary will be to fertility treatments. And it can also, in combination with the other hormones we draw, give us an idea of ovarian reserve. There's another test called an antral follicle count. This is an ultrasound, and it looks at how many follicles are starting to be recruited in the ovaries, and it gives us an indication again of ovarian reserve. The biggest factor in fertility is age. And so we know that without doing anything, fertility will start to decline from about the mid-20s on. And so making sure that you consider that as you decide what to do with career and life and family planning, and talking to your doctor about options that may include oocyte cryopreservation or egg freezing if you want to delay having your children until later in life. That was a big question, and I hope that you found something valuable in that. And definitely send in more questions if you want more details.